If anybody was within 200 miles of me, he hired them. But he did want my endorsement very badly, but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. So I don't know David well, and he may be a nice guy, but he's not MAGA. He's not MAGA. I do know that he was with a company that managed money for communist China, and he is absolutely the candidate of special interests and globalists and the Washington establishment. David is totally controlled. This is the opponent by Mitch McConnell, the old crow, the old broken down crow.
Wow. So I knew that Donald Trump was with Dr. Oz. He endorsed him enthusiastically. In fact, Dr. Oz was at that rally, the Republican candidate for U.S. Senate in Pennsylvania. Yes, it's a competitive race. But I have not seen Donald Trump slam so aggressively a Republican who was looking for his endorsement. And that's what he did to Dave McCormick. You just heard it. China, Mitch McConnell. He's not MAGA. Well, here we have Dr. Oz with us once again. Dr. Oz, welcome back. I got to tell you, I'm glad you got I did not see that coming. Did you?
Well, I knew the president was getting upset because people were purposely supporting McCormick in order to hurt him. We saw it happen right after the announcement. They started running $3 million worth of ads a week. Much of that money coming from people who did not like President Trump. Some of it coming from Democrats, according to the Philadelphia Inquirer. But in addition, there were some liberties taken during the campaign. There were criticisms launched by his campaign about my heritage. My parents are Turkish immigrants to this country. They came legally. My dad was recruited to come here because he was a doctor. We didn't have enough doctors in the 50s at the time. And so I think he felt that lines had been crossed. So he was more aggressive at that campaign than I expected. But I'll tell you, the rally was unbelievable. It was in a rainstorm, yet there were thousands and thousands of people who had come out. The president was in rare form. He was able to articulate a very clear message for what he stands for. And when I had a few moments to comment, I had basically two missions. One is to make sure everyone was on the same page, that the only thing Joe Biden has rebuilt better is the Republican Party, which he's done brilliantly with most of his decisions, especially here in Pennsylvania. And then the second reality is that President Trump sees the shining city on the hill. He understands we're fighting for the soul of Pennsylvania and of the country, but also the world is watching. We have in this country democracy still with a capitalistic system, best ever for circulating freedom. And then we have China, which is a surveillance state, and it's made an economy that's functional there, and the world's watching. Who's going to win? And what President Trump's basically saying is make America great happens when you make Pennsylvania great. Make this Commonwealth thrive, which it should be able to do just by getting out of our way, letting small businesses function without middle-level unpaid, they're paid well, but unelected bureaucrats making rules that shut down businesses, and we'll thrive. We have basically lots of Faucis running around in the government making rules they should not be allowed to make that hurt our ability to be competitive. That has to stop, and that was a foundation of President Trump's rally.
Dave McCormick is one of the few people out there, I think, I've just done some calculations, he may have made more money in China than Hunter Biden. It may be close. But you've been studying this guy a lot. Tell us a little bit about his business in China.
Well, when we were all here struggling through COVID, and I was going on, programs trying to articulate a path forward that would help us at least cope with the virus, because we didn't have even vaccines early on, and after vaccines, we still didn't have treatments available. David was in China building the largest foreign hedge fund ever in that country. And this is a hedge fund that, to build a hedge fund of that size, you have to have dealings with the Chinese Communist government. And these are, if you're in business, that's what you do. But if you're going to run for the United States Senate, you don't want to have just done that literally months before you open your campaign door, because you're going to have to answer to folks like here in Pennsylvania who have lost more manufacturing jobs than any other state. And they're going to want to know exactly why you thought that was okay to compromise them when you were intending on representing them a few months down the road.
All right. So, look, it's a week from tomorrow, 1 week from tomorrow. This is it. It's a tight race, very competitive, but you've got the wind at your back with Donald Trump. How are you going to spend the next 7 days?
Well, as right now, I was just in Gettysburg hosting a big event for a lot of GOP locals. They're curious. They want to know more about me. I'm currently in York, which, near where the York patties are made, although they're not made here anymore. But the town is named for it. And these are all towns in southern Pennsylvania we're touring through. I'll be up in the Northeast in the Scranton, Wilkes-Barre tomorrow. But every day I'm traveling to meet with local voters who want to know a bit more about what I stand for. And a lot of them want to clarify these fake ads that have been running against me. And President Trump warned me. I don't blame him for warning me now that I've understood it. He says they're going to hate you because you're an outsider. And the insider establishment will try to confuse people with these ads. So I'm making sure they know exactly who I am and defending myself. I'll tell you, it's going well. We got a lead in the polls. And I'm going to keep campaigning, running through the tape, the last moment of the last second on the 17th of May.
Hey, you know what else is in York, Pennsylvania? You mentioned the peppermint patties. I think that's the dumbbell capital of the world, right? They do the weights there. I see it all. Is that
so too.
It's the same city.
It's a great town. I actually don't know. Now that you raised it, I'm going to go look at. Do they make dumbbells here? They do. Yes, they make dumbbells. I just learned from the locals. York dumbbells.
Hey,
I've seen the signs. I just never knew they were made here.
Yeah.
So you can eat the peppermint patties, and when you gain weight, you use the dumbbells to get rid of it. It's perfect. It's an ecosystem.
Good luck on the campaign trail. For more information, go to droz.com. Thank you very much, sir.
God bless you, Greg.